How did CAR T cells become a lymphoma treatment? Imagine a tiny army of immune cells that can be trained to hunt down and destroy cancer. This is the essence of CAR T cell therapy, a groundbreaking approach that has transformed how we treat certain lymphomas. The journey to this innovative treatment started decades ago, with scientists exploring how to harness the power of the immune system. Back in the 1980s, researchers began experimenting with chimeric antigen receptor technology, which involves genetically engineering immune cells to recognize specific targets on cancer cells. These early studies laid the groundwork for what would become a new era in cancer therapy. In 2002, a team at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center made a major breakthrough by developing the first effective CAR T cells. They initially targeted a prostate cancer antigen, proving that T cells could be modified to recognize and attack cancer. But the real game-changer for lymphoma came in 2003 when Dr. Michel Sadelain and his team designed CAR T cells specifically targeting CD19, a protein found on the surface of B cells. Since many lymphomas, especially non-Hodgkin lymphomas, originate from B cells, this discovery opened the door to targeted immunotherapy for these cancers. Building on this success, other research groups improved the design of CAR T cells by adding a co-stimulatory signal, like CD28. These second-generation CAR T cells could multiply inside the body, produce immune signals, and keep attacking cancer cells for longer periods. This made them more effective and laid the foundation for using CAR T cells as a kind of living drug that could continue fighting cancer even after infusion. Initial clinical trials tested these engineered T cells in humans. While early results showed promise, it was clear that refining the therapy was necessary. Over time, multiple studies demonstrated that CAR T cells targeting CD19 could induce remission in patients with aggressive B-cell lymphomas, including diffuse large B-cell lymphoma, which is a common type of non-Hodgkin lymphoma. Many patients who had failed standard treatments experienced complete remission after receiving CAR T therapy, highlighting its potential as a powerful treatment option. In 2017, the Food and Drug Administration approved the first CAR T cell therapy called Yescarta for treating diffuse large B-cell lymphoma. This approval marked a historic moment because it was the first gene therapy approved in the United States for cancer. It showed that genetically modified immune cells could be a safe and effective treatment for patients with relapsed or refractory lymphoma who had exhausted other options. Since then, more CAR T cell therapies have gained approval, broadening the options for treating various B-cell lymphomas. The process involves collecting T cells from the patient's blood, then sending them to a lab where they are genetically engineered to produce a receptor that recognizes CD19. These modified cells are multiplied to create millions of CAR T cells, which are then infused back into the patient. Once inside the body, they circulate, identify lymphoma cells expressing CD19, and attack them directly. This targeted approach allows the immune system to specifically eliminate cancer cells while sparing healthy tissue. The success stories are remarkable, especially for patients with aggressive or resistant lymphomas. Many have experienced long-lasting remissions, which was rarely possible with traditional treatments. However, CAR T therapy also comes with challenges, such as cytokine releases syndrome, where the immune system overreacts and causes inflammation. Researchers have found that managing tumor burden before treatment can help reduce these side effects, making the therapy safer and more tolerable. The development of CAR T cell therapy for lymphoma is a shining example of how science and medicine can come together. It combines advances in immunology, genetics, and clinical research to create a treatment that was once unimaginable. For patients with difficult-to-treat lymphomas, CAR T therapy offers hope for a potential cure, demonstrating how innovative drug development and emerging therapies continue to push the boundaries of cancer care. Always remember, if you or someone you know is considering this treatment, consulting with a healthcare professional is essential to understand the benefits and risks based on individual circumstances.